Texas Tiger Diggs. Um, you may have heard a extreme amount of silence from my Sovereign GT, and so have I. But you know, I had some big plans for it to, you know, I had the new coil, etc. I was gonna go use it more. I like its discrimination. I'm gonna use it in the field to a degree. I usually run no discrimination, but I will occasionally experiment with discrimination with different systems. So I was gonna take this one out and work on it. But the problem is, it quit working. Now, when I said quit working, it was actually functioning because I have a meter and I had a meter on it, and the meter was showing, the 180 meter was showing the general range of whatever I was over, but there was no speaker function. So yeah, it was still usable if I wanted to go across a field or wherever else and just watch that meter and it's changed. That's not practical. You need some type of auditory response to let you know that something is worth looking at, or and this is a beep and dig machine by default design. So if it don't beep, you don't dig, it doesn't work. Anyway, as most of you know, I got a love-hate relationship with MindLab. Now that's not to say I also have a love-hate relationship with Apple Computer, for some of the same reasons. They both make great equipment, and they both make expensive equipment. Now, I'm not saying they're not worth the cost, but I'm not a big guy on expensive stuff off the top end. Now, they make tremendous detectors. Some of the guys I most respect on YouTube and some of the guys I most respect locally have great success with the CTXs and the E-Tracks. And my love for my simple little Sovereign GT. So what I did was, another thing I don't like is the cost of getting something repaired and the length of time it takes them to do it. And I'm not saying they're any slower than anybody else, but if I'm paying that kind of money, heck, you need to roll up to my house with a truck. Impractical, and I know that's stupid, but that's my philosophy. Anyway, so instead of that, I'm an old tech guy, so I opened up my Sovereign GT. So if it had warranty, it's gone now. But I opened it up and I went in and did some messing around with some solder points on the in the speaker area and in the area between the board and the speaker. And there's some stuff I didn't quite understand, but I tried to figure out what it was. And if you notice now, I have duct tape here. Now, this duct tape is not staying, but I got this general rule that if I repair something and I'm not sure the repair is going to last, it's going to be a while before I put the screws in. But I do want the unit to stay more or less intact. So a little in fact, this is Gorilla Tape. A little Gorilla Tape here will just hold it together while I make sure that it functions over a period of time. So what I've been doing is, since I went out for about an hour a little bit ago, and I left the Sovereign GT on, because with electronics sometimes you have to be called a cold solder point, which won't break loose until it heats up. And I thought that might be the case with this, because I had some issues with it earlier that I pretty much attributed to issues with my my alkaline battery pack. Right now I'm just running the straight rechargeable battery pack. In any case, but let me switch this on, because it's always once something fails on you, whenever you switch it on, there's always a tentative feeling before you turn it down. But you should hear a little initialization sound. You're not going to hear a continuous sound because I don't have a coil attached to it. But let me just switch it on. So you hear that? So it's now functioning. See, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, etc., but it's now functioning, so I'm going to be able to get it out and use it. Hopefully, I touched the right solder point. I got the right connection correctly, so it's going to last 2-3 more years, year or two more, whatever. So, but that's been the story with the MindLab a Sovereign GT. Now, you guys don't jump on me, 'cause I like mine lab stuff. I just can't afford it. Well, you know, I got quite a few machines I could afford it, but I have to sell. I had to sell a few to afford it. So that's where I am with that. So you're going to be seeing it more. All right, and the second part of this no detecting maintenance day. I think I mentioned before I had planned on going out detecting. I did go out for a little while to an area and dug a few pull tabs, but my heart wasn't in it. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I had a little time off, so you know, you got to have one day of depression. Only kidding. I got to make a run over across the county, across some 2.5 counties, well, virtually 3 counties, but 2 large counties, Dallas and Fort Worth, to meet a friend. So I'll be doing that this afternoon, so I don't have time to go out detecting this afternoon. Anyway, this is the pouch for my controller for my XP Deus. You know, the main thing you want with your XP Deus is to protect it from moisture. It's usually pretty easy. So it's just, you know, it's a small little thing. So I bought this pouch from a company in Great Britain, and it was good, and it did you know, yeoman service for a while. But now I've got a split here, right at the seams, and I've also got a split here. Doesn't show a lack of great craftsmanship, etc. It's just that, you know, it's plastic, and you know, plastic after a bit of stress, and here's another open spot, will begin to tear. And that's just the nature of it. Now I could repair this potentially with some hot glue or super glue, or I could get some plastic tape and repair it, so it's not unrepairable. But I decided to go ahead and buy another one, and I think so. Boy, it's going to take it forever to get back from Great Britain. And then I had one of them "oh you idiot" moments. So basically, what I got is a dry pack or a water setup for a cell phone. You know, one of those, God, you idiots, you don't have to wait that long to get it. So it's called a dry pack, and you know, I'm not advocating this brand, but you know, it's a domestic manufacturer for domestic use. You know, the XP Deus is not super widespread in the U.S., so a lot of the accessories you have to get from Great Britain or Europe. So, but this is great. So I can just take this dry pack. I've just now seen it, so, and it looks pretty cool. And I should be able to just pop this. Turn this to the side, and hopefully it'll just come loose. There we go. And voila! I have got a new. And of course, we all know that the major reason everybody uses cell phone is an attractive lady in a bikini on the front. So another sales tool. All right, so now I just grab this, and I've got a waterproof pack for my Deus. And boom, and sealed. So, you know, if I do water detecting, which I don't do with my Deus at present, or I do go out and you know, just go out in the rain, a heavy rain, I can just pop it in here, and voila, I've got a setup I can use without worrying about any electronic part of the Deus getting wet. I like that. I really like that bag. And of course, this is the little hanger that you'll put around your neck, and I usually hang mine around my neck when I'm detecting. I usually do that most of the time anyway, because I think the one time I lost it. I left my, it came off, and I had to backtrack myself to find it. And at $900 to $1,000 for this unit alone, that was a butt clenching moment. In any case, that's about all I'm going to cover for today. So I'll be back on the hunt this next week. I'll make a lunch hunt if they're available, but you know, a lot of my area parks have been hit pretty good. I have that large park that is, you know, finally gave up a good ring, and it's given up 2 silver rings. So I'm going to be going out and hitting that in this soccer fields, and it's right near where I work at lunch. So I might still be able to get that done. And it's a huge park, so I'm not going to be able to do that in a lifetime of detecting. But unfortunately, not every part of a park is prime area for detecting. You just have to find those spots, and I've got a couple of spots right now. And you can find something anywhere. It's just you have the patience to go in an area where you might not have 5 people in 5 years, or if you go to a place where probably thousands of people are there within a given year. So that's the difference. In any case, that's all I've got, and I'm going to shut this down for today. I might put this up either before I leave or tonight, and I'll have to catch you next week. Hopefully I'll get another ring next week, but I will not guarantee that, because the long dry period I had before this amazing cloud burst of activity. Anyway, this is Texas Tiger Diggs, and I will catch you next time. So I'll be in there. I'll be out there with my Sovereign GT, assuming it stays fixed, and any of a host of different machines. I will talk to you later. You have a wonderful day.